Hello, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. I'm going to start the intro. We're just going to give it a few minutes to catch up. I know last week we had a bit of a flop here on the live session, so hopefully it runs smoothly today. So for today, we are going to be using a small ball. If you don't have one, that's chill. That's cool. You can then go free. Most of the exercises you can do without the ball. There'll be one or two that you can't, and then I'll give you some options with that. It's going to be a mixed level session as always, so choosing the option that fits best for you. I usually intro an exercise with the modified version, and then I will layer on, so you can always revert back to the exercise that you know. I know that there are a lot of new members here today, so I just want to start today's session by saying welcome. It's so wonderful to have you here. We do this every Monday at the same time, and after the 30-minute workout, we do have a Q&A session, so if you want to stay and chat and ask any questions after the class, you can do that as well. Let's get into our warm-up. Grab your ball, come to lie down on your back, placing the ball between your knees, bringing your feet together, and just taking a moment here. I like to start each class with a bit of breath. So let's just have those hands down next to you, settling into your mat. With each breath, just feel that release of your neck and shoulders, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's take one more breath as you bring your hands to T. Keep your feet together. We're going to take a supine twist, knees tip over to the one side, top foot floats off the ground, and come back through center and alternate. And twisting from that waist down and keeping shoulders and upper back on the mat. Feel that gentle release for your spine, your back. Take your time. Let's go one more. And when you come to center, you're going to separate your feet in line with your hips and bring them a little bit closer, hands next to you on the mat. Bridging, we're going to curl those hips to the shoulders and then up off the mat, all the way to the tips of your shoulder blades if you can, breathing in. And exhale, releasing it down. We exhale as we curl up and down, inhaling at the top and bottom. Generously pressing into your hands and heels for stability. And you're trying to keep that ball in the center of your body as you roll up equally on both sides of your back. We're going to go 3 more. Lightly squeezing onto your ball a little more. Feel that work in the arches, the inner thighs. Last one, we're going to go up. We're going to hold it at the top. We're going to take our twists. So pressing into your right foot, your left hip takes a little dip down. You come back through center and over to the other side. Inhale as you twist and exhale as you come to center. You're aiming to keep your ball in the center of your body and twisting from your hips and waist. You can even think of lifting the top hip towards the ceiling. Good, let's go one more. Back through center, roll it back down. We're going to warm up through the hamstrings all the way back up. We hold again, and this time we're going to lift and lower the heels. Lift those heels up as you exhale and lower them down. Inhale. Now your goal here is to keep your shoulder blades on the ground, activating through the entire back body, especially those hamstrings and glutes. Can you spread through your toes a little bit more? Find that work across all 10 toes. We're going to go 5 more. Working through both heels and ankles equally. Tuck the pelvis a little deeper for 3, 2, 1. Keep those heels lifted, deep breath in, squeeze a little higher and curl down. Nicely done. Legs come to tabletop position, arms out to a wide T. We're going to take a supine twist at the top, take a twist. Knees are going to go over to the one side. And back through center, just like earlier. Deep breath in, we twist. And center. You're trying to keep that alignment, keep your big toes squeezing together as you twist through the waist. Starting to feel the work in the obliques and the core. Inhale as you twist, exhale, come back in. Let's go one more time to each side. And last one. Keeping those legs in a tabletop position, take the ball out from between your knees and then place it underneath the knee that is closest to knee. Squeeze onto it, and then your bottom leg, your opposite leg goes down. Let's take a hip circle. We're going to take that leg at the front and give it a bit of a circle around. Good. So the hands are behind the head for more challenge. And if you're newer, you can place your hands down next to the side of your body. You're focusing on keeping your opposite hip down to the ground. Let's go 2 and 1. Bring it in and around to the other side. So we're reversing that circle. Pressing your opposite hip down into the mat. Feel that little bit of core activation happening when your leg pulls in. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring it in, hold it there. All of us are going to bring our hands next to the side of the body, pressing down to the mat. You're going to lift your hips up into bridge and lower it down, single leg bridge. Exhale, we lift. Inhale down. Still squeezing onto that ball. Keeping shoulder blades on the mat. Adding on at the top, whole top leg goes down to tap and lift. Then lower your hip and lift. Now you have the option to do your toe tap when your hip goes down, if lifting it doesn't feel good. Squeezing that glute, tucking the pelvis. Starting to warm up here. 3, 2, feel that push and pull. Nicely done. 1 more. We're going to bring it down and bring it into core work. Lower the hips down, hands behind your head. Bottom leg comes to tabletop. We're going to take a chest lift. And then your leg without the ball, you're going to tap it down, lift it up, and lower your chest, catching my breath here. Exhale, we go up. Toe tap, lift, and lower down. Your head is resting in your hands. So you're lifting up from that mid-back and core. Option to add on challenge with a leg extension instead of a toe tap. Pulling the leg in before you lower down. Gazing at your hips, you want even hips. They're pressing down into the ground, nice and stable. On the next round, we're adding on another layer. We come up. You take your toe tap or leg extension, hold, leg with the ball taps, lifts, leg comes in, and lower down. Good. We lift, extend or tap, ball leg, lift, in, and down. Take your time with this. Promised you that core and coordination. Really focusing on that upper body stability. One more. Awesome. Bring it in. Extend your leg without the ball down to the ground. And let's take a twist here just for a breather. We know we like a little moment here just to reset. And then we take it over to the other side. How are we doing? Nice work. Okay, over to the other side. Leg comes down. Place the ball in the opposite side. Squeeze onto it. Hip circle. The leg goes down, around, and back in. The distance out depends on, can you keep your opposite leg stable? Pressing your hips equally into the ground. So you're trying to dial it in until you have no rocking. Awesome, let's go 2, and then we're going to change direction. And 1. Bring it in. Now we go out, around, and down. Can you feel that you're stable on the mat? So you're also trying not to rock through the hips or the neck. Feel that consistent pressure on the ground. Let's go 3 and 2. One more, and then we're going to take it into that bridging. So find that leg in line with your shoulder. Bring your bottom foot in if you need it a little more. We take it straight up, big exhale, lift, and lower straight down. Let's just start here. Finding that stability and the pace that feels good for you. Press into that bottom foot and both of your hands, squeeze and lift. Let's add on, we hold at the top. Tap and lift that opposite leg, lower the hip and lift. Straight down. Just a reminder, if tapping the foot down when your hip is at the top doesn't feel good, you can do it when you're at the bottom and then lift up. Squeezing through that glute and hamstring. Last 2. And 1. Awesome. We bring it in, lower it down, hands behind your head, leg and tabletop, find weight in your tailbone, legs in line with your shoulders. We're going to lift it up, toe tap, bring the leg in, lower the chest. Taking that leg extension if you want more challenge. The leg that's closest to you, can you find that connection of keeping it stable when you extend your opposite leg out? Can you rest your head in your hands a little more as you pull your ribs in to lift? Adding on. We extend the leg. We toe tap. We bring it in and down. Lift, extend, toe tap, in and down. Awesome work. Taking your time, finding that stability across both of the hips. 2 and 1. Keep that leg extended. Lower it down. Lower your chest and take a twist. Awesome work. Let's just take a moment here, catch the breath. We're going to bring it around. Both legs are straight. Ball goes up to the ceiling. Find that alignment with heels in line with the center of your body. Half lift the chest and a full curl up. We're just going to take 1 here to seated. At the top, we're going to open those legs. Soften the knees if you need. We want that nice straight spine. Ball goes down. We exhale, spine stretch forward, roll the ball towards your heels. and then rolling back up. Now, if you don't have that ball, arms are out in front of you. You're rolling it forward and curling back up. You want to feel that curl coming from your head down to your tailbone, and then rebuilding that back from your hips to your head. Soften your knees a little bit more, pull your toes in, finding more of a hamstring hip stretch. And we angle those legs out just a little into that rotation. One more. See if you can stretch a little bit deeper this time. And come all the way up. Staying here, we're going to take the ball, we're going to reach it forward. Sitting tall, straighten your legs as much as you can go with a straight back. Rotate towards me. We hold, we bend the elbows in. Back to center, extend the arms. Other side, we twist, bend, center, extend. You can do this without the ball. You want to focus on keeping those elbows in line with your shoulders. Shoulders are resting on your back, and you're sitting up nice and tall, twisting from the waist and the mid-back. Good. We're going to go one more round after this, so seeing if you can find a little more height. Hand reach, last one, big twist. Bend, sitting up taller, back through center, extend the arms. Ball is going back behind you. Bring your legs together, keep them straight if you can. Curl your spine down to the ball, pull your hips down to your hips, hands behind your head. Take an inhale, a little bit back. Exhale, we curl up. Inhale as you go back, exhale as you lift. You want to feel that you're pulling your rib cage and spine toward the ball. So you're diving your nose down towards your pelvis. 2 more, and then we take a twist. And 1. Now we're going to hold it up here. Pull your one knee in, twist towards me. Reach the leg away, back through center, over to the other side. Nice and slow. We want to keep your hips stable. We want to focus on the twist. Pulling your rib cage and spine back towards the ball. Let's go 1 more round to each side. Scoop a little bit more, lift a little higher. Last one. And center. And take a stretch and a release. Up and over the ball. Let go of the abdominals. Release the core. And then bring yourself all the way up with the support of your arms. Good. We're going to come over into our side work. We're going to start with the ball underneath the rib cage. You have your bottom leg in front of you, your top leg slightly behind you, and you're pressing that hip away. Top hand down, and then grabbing onto your rib cage, and let yourself come up and over the ball. Righty, so finding that reach with your legs really helps to lift you. You're going to lean into your ball, and then you're going to lift just a little. Inhale as you go over, and exhale as you lift. You want to feel that muscle right here underneath your hand, activating. That is your lat. We're going to get that working, connecting with the oblique. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can use a cushion here. So finding that lift. Let's go 3 and 2. We have 1 more. See if you can lift a little higher. Hold it there. And release. Awesome. We're going to bring ourselves up onto the forearm. You're going to take that ball out in front of you and generously push into that arm to lift through the side of your waist. We're going to lift that front leg up and lower it back down. Good. You're starting to activate here through that inner thigh and feel how it tips you backwards just a little. So you must kind of lean a little bit back. We're going to go 2 and 1. We're going to lower that leg down. We're going to go up into our side lift, pressing down into both feet and forearms. We're going to press and lift just a little. Lower back down. And lift. And lower. Good. We're doing a little foreshadowing here for the exercises that are coming. Pressing into your ball, tiny lift. And 2. Good. 1 more. Bring it down. We're going to bring that leg in. Here's where we're adding on. We're going to take that front leg. We're going to lift it up a little bit easier and then extend. Bring it in. Front leg lifts and then the back leg extends. Allow yourself to move through that upper body. Find a bit of freedom there. In the next round, we're going to add on a layer. So if this feels good, you can lift your hips up. Then you lift your front leg. You lower, lower, top leg extends, right? So you lift your top hip when your top leg, you lift your hip when your front leg lifts up. And then you're extending when you lower. Lovely work. We're going to go 2. And 1 more. You're going to keep that leg long. You're going to bend your bottom knee in. You're going to lift through the side of the waist a little more. We're going to go forward and back. Good. Squeezing that glute as you pull back. You can gaze down at your ball if you have any tension in your neck. Keeping your torso stable. We've got 2. And 1, you're going to bring that leg in line with your hip. We go 3 taps down. 1, 2, 3, straight up. 1, 2, 3, straight up. We only want to lift as much as we can keep a stable torso. So we don't want to drop in that shoulder. 2 more rounds. And 1. Let's stretch it out, bring it in, slide that bottom leg forward, lift yourself up into a side stretch. Well done. Rotate down towards that knee, stretching the back. Let's cross this leg around, stretch that glute. You can take your ball back behind you just to give you a bit of a boost there. Brilliant. Let's take it over to the other side. So we're starting with the side oblique. Bottom leg is in the front, top leg is slightly back behind you, and we're coming down over. Bottom hand over the rib cage, top hand in front of you. Righties. We take that little lean. We exhale to lift. You have the option to prop yourself up on your fingers if your wrist does bug you. You're pulling your core back as you lift. You want to feel this muscle under your hand working. Neck is nice and long, straight up and down. Let's go 2. And 1. Bring it over. And then bringing yourself up onto your forearm. Ball comes out in front of you. Finding that stretch. Lift up and out of your shoulder. Weight is now in your legs and hips. We're going to go straight up and down. And lower down. Good. Lifting through the side of the waist. We're going to just do a couple here to get familiar with that lift. So if you want to add it in later on. Feel the strength coming from that bottom waist. Last 2. And 1. Bring it down. We're going to lift through that top leg. Front leg is coming up and lowering it down. Little lift. Feel it in that inner thigh. Keeping your chest open. Good job. Last 2. And 1. Lower it down. Bring that back leg, placing it down on the ground. We're going to extend that top leg out. Bring it in. Lift the front leg. So you're doing a little front and back rocker here. Still keeping that long spine, moving freely in your shoulder. Option to layer on, lifting that hip, lift the leg, lower, and then extend. So we're dropping the hip down before we lift the back leg. Using the balance of your back leg in that hover. How are we doing? Feeling strong? Playing around with the coordination here? Well done. Let's go 2. Down. Nice work. 1 more. Little lift. Hover. And extend. Good. We're going to keep it there. Bend the bottom leg in. Flex the foot forward and back. If you find you're dropping into your shoulder, press yourself away a little bit more with that ball. Squeeze that glute as you pull back. Get that connection. 3. We're almost there. 2. And 1. We have 1 more here. We're coming in line with your hip. 3 taps. 1, 2, 3, and lift. You can gaze down to the mat if you need. Squeezing the top part of the glute as you lift. Lift yourself off and away from the mat. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring it in and let's stretch it up. Bottom leg comes forward, up into the C-sit, little side stretch. Feels good. Twist down to the knee. Little release. Open it, cross it over, glute stretch. Grab that knee, use your ball to give you that boost. Sitting up nice and tall. Brilliant. We're going to come around. We're going to take the ball into the sternum for prone work. You're welcome to go without the ball if this doesn't feel good. So coming down prone, place your ball in your sternum, not your stomach, but a little bit higher up. And then coming down onto your forearms, extend your legs out nice and long. Bring your hands together, drop them down. Bring your forehead down to your hands. And just take a moment here just to check in and see how that ball feels for you. Ease in the shoulders. You're going to lift your head. You're going to pull your chest forward to your hands. Feel that upper back. And then lower your head down. As you lift up, notice how that ball kind of rolls down your chest and it pulls forward to your hands. Hopefully the ball isn't creaking in the microphone. Can you feel your shoulders pulling down as you lift your chest? And we're going to go 1 more. You're going to stay at the top. Your gaze is still down to the ground. You're generously pushing into your hands. Float both your legs away from the ground. We're going to swim and kick then. Just a small action here of the kick of the legs. The chest is open, the gaze is down. You want to think of squeezing and releasing your bum cheeks. All right, we're working into the glutes, the crease of the glute. Take a nice long inhale and a long exhale. If you're feeling this in your lower back, bring that ball a little bit higher up on your chest, or option to remove it completely. Lengthen that neck a little bit more. 2 more rounds of breath, pressing down into the forearms. Final round of breath. And release the legs and chest. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, and press back, child's pose. Give yourself a moment to breathe here. We're going to come into our cool down and stretches. Hands on the ball, all the way up. Press your hips away, find that stretch. Round your spine, ball comes in. Press the ball away, inhale, exhale to round. We're going to take one more. We're going to press the ball away, and we're going to take 3 chest expansions. Last 3 breaths here. You're going to lift that gaze up as you pull the ball in. Shoulders draw down. One more breath. Press the ball away. Press your hips down towards your heels. Bring your hands to the mat. We'll take one more breath here. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Walk your hands in. Roll yourself up. And we're all done. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much. I see that we went over. So if you're still here, thank you for staying. Hopefully you enjoyed that play with the ball, the cork, the coordination. If this is all for you today, thank you for joining me. Just a reminder, we come back and do our live sessions together every Monday. And if you'd like to ask any questions, you're welcome to stay for the Q&A. For everyone else, have a wonderful Monday. I'll see you next week. How are we doing? Let's see. I got myself all mixed up in the sideline work, trying to speak and coordinate. But hopefully everybody was able to stick along with that. Let me see how we are feeling. If you have any questions, let me know and we can chat. And also hopefully the live stream worked. Can I hear back if the live stream worked? I'm gonna grab my water. Where is it? It's getting so hot in here. For anyone else that's in summer, let me know how you're doing, because I got really hot. It worked today, yippee, fantastic. I'm so glad. That's all I was thinking about. I was just thinking, please, don't cut out. So glad we're all still here. If anybody is new, please say hi. I love getting to meet you, see who you are, and when you come back regularly, it's nice to connect. How did we do with the sideline core and coordination? That was a little bit new for me and for all of us. So how did we do in those side lifts? Did you find that flow moving forward and back? Side work was hard. How do you do it in speak? Practice, planning, and I still get myself mixed up, as you might have noticed today. But I enjoy being able to speak and do it live with you so that it's real time and I'm in the moment with you and I'm feeling everything with you. So I think it's just practice. I didn't do all the progressions. That's perfect. I love that you modified and you chose the option that felt best in your body. I know that you have quite a bit of experience modifying. So if you have any modification tips, you can let us know. But I'm glad that you took the option that felt good for you. And I think it motivates all of us to feel comfortable with taking the option that feels good in our body. So I'm proud of you. I'm very proud that you took the progressions that felt good. I like the real time as it keeps us consistent. Very true, keeps me consistent too. So I'm glad that we have this together and we can have this community chat and we can connect. All right, I will share some really exciting news with everybody that is here. So the channel reached 4K this weekend, which is very exciting, which means that now we can remove ads from classes. So for everybody that has been here since the beginning, thank you so much for all of your support and being a part of this journey. I am so grateful and I'm so excited that finally I can remove ads from this channel, because I know that having ads in the middle of a session, although Lucy says it's great for water breaks, which is awesome, I do know that sometimes it can be a bother if you're just trying to get your workout in and getting out. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I'm really excited for this next chapter. Yes, it worked fine, worked hard. Yes, today was a very strong class. Very proud of you. Definitely hard work today. Alrighties. So that being said, I'm going to have this uploaded for everybody who would want to do the replay. If you do have any questions, I will just stay here for a few more minutes before I hop off. If anything comes up, any questions after the class, you're welcome to pop me a DM on Instagram. Your questions really helps me to create shorter videos or add in information that you might need to help you get stronger in your Pilates. So I'll stay here for a few minutes. If you're heading off, thank you. Have a wonderful week. I will see you on Monday next week. Oh, I'm so glad this worked. All right. I will head off and I will see you all next week. Bye. Have a wonderful week.